In case you missed the KC Sports Memorial Day Dual Super NIT 12 and 13 major championship games live on MLB.com. No worries, because we have your entire tournament recap right here. Welcome to USSSA Midwest Network News. I'm Michelle Roberts.
And I'm Chucky Kim. Find out how the 11 AAA Springfield Mavericks honored those who protect their freedom and how Midwest Sports Productions Memorial Day NIT benefited a home for healing teens. Plus, later in the show, we have a walk-off championship win in our Game of the Week and the nominees you can vote for the May Play of the Month.
But first, let's go to the KC Sports baseball action, where teams competed for a berth to the Elite World Series. We've got highlights from both 10 AAA semifinals this week, starting with the KC Express and the Oklahoma Orioles. All Express in this one, and they're getting things done with 2 outs here early on. Already one 2-out base hit, why not another? Right up the middle, there's a run coming across, and they got it done defensively as well. Runner on third, the Orioles bunting here, but the runner is coming home. He hops out of the baseline trying to avoid the tag, so he is out. And then later on, 2 outs, and the second straight strikeout to get out of the jam. The Express rolling, but they weren't quite finished. Back on the offensive side of things, 2 runners on. Here's a rocket over the left fielder's head. This ball is going to roll a while and make it easy for the 2 runners to score, but the batter has other ideas. He wants to join his pals in the dugout, so he kicks it into a high gear and scores as well. The inside the park home run helps lead the Express to a 7-2 win and a trip to the championship. The other 10 triple semifinal, Bombers and Minsky's Orioles. O's up 1, O's up 2. Line shot to left center brings the 7th run across for the orange and black. 7-5 in the 3rd. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th. Same score, but the Bombers' turn. This guy apparently got his pitch. It happened to be at eye level. Takes the high fastball through the left side. It's a 1-run ball game, 7-6. They would later tie it at 7, so we've got a good one on our hands. Jump a little later, 5th inning, and a chance for the Bombers to take the lead. Soft liner down the 3rd baseline. A good catch saves the game and gets them out of the inning. But they would be back. Bottom of the 7th inning, they end it with a bang. Moonshot to left, and that is the ball game. The Bombers win it 8-7 with a walk-off in the 7th. They would go on to fall in the championship game 7-5 to the KC Express. One of the early championship games Monday over at Platte Ridge put the Missouri Bandits up against the Minmo Fury. Some early offense for the Bandits. Bottom of the 1st, a couple runners on. Ball slapped through the right side for a base hit, and that starts the scoring in this one. 1-zip Bandits, and now it's 1st and 3rd. Not for long. Same inning. This rip is a little bit bigger than the grounder through the right side. How about a deep fly ball to center? Drops it right in the grass, and that's going to allow 2 more runs to score. 3-0 Bandits, and they added more to it. But with their pitching and defense this weekend, they wouldn't need much more. They held their first 2 bracket opponents to 2 and 3 runs while outscoring them by 12 combined. This may have been their defensive play of the weekend, though. 4th inning, take a look. 1 more, please. What a grab. They wouldn't completely hold the Fury down as they get across 3 more runs in the game, but the Bandits go on to win the 14 AAA championship 5-3. Before we get to the 13 major championship, how about we show you how the Iowa Capitals got to the championship? The game delayed with the tying run at 3rd, the winning run at 2nd. Pitch in the dirt, ball gets away from the catcher but hits the wood backstop and bounces back toward the pitcher. Safe at the plate, and the winner comes 2nd later. Ball gets away, no chance for a play, and the Capitals win it 13-12 to move on to the title game on MLB.com. The St. Louis Prospects facing the Capitals in the title game. Jumping to the top of the 2nd, 3-0 Capitals. First pitch, and Logan Coop drives it deep back and off the wall for a double, and Prospects' first hit of the game. Next batter and next pitch, Christian Little drills it to left field, out of the ballpark for a 2-run home run, and back-to-back huge hits for the Prospects. Gets them within 1. Skipping to the bottom of the 3rd, Prospects up 8-4, but with 2 outs, the Capitals knock it back up the middle, and 1 run comes in to score as Aiden Moby gets an RBI double. Then Derek Guinness keeps the 2-out rally going for the Capitals with a base hit to left center, bringing in another run. Caps get 3 runs that inning, but in the top of the 4th, the Prospects answer with their own 2-out rally. Shea McGinn sails it to left field, scoring Austin Luna, who was on 3rd after 2 stolen bases. Next inning, Capitals tie it up 9-9 on a fly ball. Then in the top of the 6th, Little comes up big again. He finds the same spot over the left field fence. This time it's a solo shot, and his team takes the title game 14-11.
How did it feel to be in the zone?
Felt great, trying to help the team win.
And Mason Luna had a huge catch in the outfield in the last inning. Did you think he was going to make that grab?
Yes, I did. I expected him to because he's a great player.
You guys went undefeated this weekend and just qualified for the Elite World Series. How would you sum up this win for your team?
Great win, battled, played hard.
Warriors taking on Altitude in the 12 Major Championship. In the bottom of the 2nd, Pyrese Miller cranks one to left, scoring Carson Conan, and Altitude adds to their 1-0 lead with an RBI double. Skipping to the top of the 3rd, Warriors fighting back. With runners on the corner, Tyler Wren bounces it past short, and both runners cross the plate. Wren's RBI double ties the game up at 2. Still in the same inning, Warriors trying to take the lead, and this one laced back up the middle will give them a chance, but Altitude's relay is right on point. Tucker Moore and Carson Conan get the out at the plate to hold the game at 2. Then the momentum stays in their favor. Reese Chapman rips it down the first baseline, scoring Champagne, and he has some wheels coming in for the triple. Altitude takes the lead 3-2 and scores 3 more runs that inning. To the top of the 4th, Warriors need to climb their way back, and they do. The first 4 batters reach bases in the 4th, and they push 3 runs across, 6-5 Altitude. But it doesn't stay that way for long. Jaden Brown lays down a bunt that scores Miller, and Altitude is back up by 2. Skipping to the bottom of the 5th, 7-6 Altitude, and they drive it to left, but Bobby Bryan is there. What a grab by Bryan to keep his team within 1. Top of the 6th, Warriors' last chance at bat, and Dallas Macias gets the last out and closes the game out.
And the Altitude are the champions of the KC Sports Memorial Day Super NIT.
Dallas, you just closed it out on the mound. Such a big moment. You just performed under the pressure. Tell me, what was your mentality when you're up there?
Well, my mentality was just going down there and putting it down there. I know I can trust my defense. They've done such a great job for me all year, and I was just happy to be out there and throwing the ball. Best place out here, and nobody else gets to be there.
You had a lot of pitching changes and positions. What can you say about your team's depth?
I think our team's depth is incredible. The guy gets the call to go up there, and he gets his job done. Nobody's complaining, so it's great.
When we return, we'll hear how a baseball team chose to honor and remember those who defended their freedom. Stay with us. Midwest Sports Productions creates a unique atmosphere that allows youth athletes to grow on and off the field. Themed and benefit tournaments such as the Hawaiian Hip Fest and the Alex Gordon Classic brings out the best in every player. With 60 years of combined tournament directing experience and 7,500 teams participating last year, MSP is the country's largest youth sports provider. For a weekend of ball like no other, choose MSP. For more information, visit playmsp.com.
For the 11 AAA Springfield Mavericks, playing in the Memorial Day Dual Super NIT wasn't just about wins and losses. The Mavericks used part of their uniform to remember those men and women in uniform who have fought for their freedom.
Every year, our Mavs baseball team, club-wide, puts military decals on their helmets, and it's made them think a little bit about what freedom means. And it also gives the chance for the kids to talk with their parents about some of their relatives and kind of what sacrifices they may have made so they can play baseball and live in a free country as well.
I have the Army in honor of my grandpa, and he was in the Korean War, but the enemy was nearby and his friend was out in the fields, and he saw a grenade and he saved him before the grenade went off. We probably wouldn't even be here if it weren't for their sacrifices, so like playing for them, we're just trying to show people that we appreciate them.
Our game of the week takes us to Adair Park, where Midwest Sports Productions held their Memorial Day NIT. One team in the championship fought their way through bracket play with a 4-1 win and 2-0 win, while the team they met in the title game had to score 2 runs in the last inning of the semifinal to get there, and they would finish the weekend 9-0, but I'm not telling you which is which just yet. 18-8 Memorial Day NIT, Team Nebraska and Lawrence Phoenix both made their way to the championship with some offense, but a lot of pitching, and both came to play. Phoenix up 1-0, bottom of the second, 1 out. Runner on third for Team Nebraska, and that fly ball gets the job done. That ties the game at 1 apiece. How about this for pitching, though? After that inning, there was not another base runner for 3.5 frames, and not another run scored until extra innings. Strikeout followed by the diving stop from the shortstop, only to be matched by the red jerseys again following a strikeout. Shortstop making a stab to save a base hit, but that may not have been the most important play of the game defensively, because with a runner on third and 2 outs for Lawrence Phoenix, the outfield comes up big. Soft liner to center. Nothing falling for either team right now. So in extras, both teams score 1 in the 8th, but Lawrence Phoenix can't get one across in the 9th. That makes way for this. Runner on third. All they need is a fly ball, and they got it. Team Nebraska wins it 3-2 over Lawrence Phoenix to be crowned champions of the Memorial Day NIT and finish the weekend 9-0.
We had a rough start during our first part of our season, but we worked hard and we pulled through, so we're really excited for this.
Yeah, playing the Phoenix in the final was our toughest pool game. We won 4-3 in that and had to score 2 runs in the last inning of that game also. And so we knew we'd be up against it. But the game right before us, we played 8 innings and 1 in international. So our girls already had that experience, and so they stepped up again, and we got it done.
Kaylee really pulled through, and she stayed strong. We're really proud of her, and we make sure we had her back, and just really pulled through for her.
She threw in all 9 games this weekend, and because we only had 9 girls this weekend, and she's the only pitcher we had. That kid is a stud and really stepped up, and she's only 16. So.
It's time for a quick commercial break, but stick around for the May Play of the Month nominees and hear how a fast pitch tournament helps support a house for healing teens. That's up next. With more than 20 years of experience putting on high-level events, there's no better choice for your team than KC Sports Tournaments. Get the best experience and exposure this summer by choosing USSSA and playing KC Sports Tournaments all season long. Don't miss out on a chance to compete against the best while getting an outstanding tournament experience. We've got events happening right now and all summer long, including our Memorial Day Dual Super NIT, which will once again be broadcast live on MLB.com. At KC Sports, we pride ourselves on making your tournament experience something you'll never forget. Visit kcsports.org for more information.
Midwest Sports Productions creates a unique atmosphere that allows youth athletes to grow on and off the field. Themed and benefit tournaments such as the Hawaiian Hip Fest and the Alex Gordon Classic brings out the best in every player. With 60 years of combined tournament directing experience and 7,500 teams participating last year, MSP is the country's largest youth sports provider. For a weekend of ball like no other, choose MSP. For more information, visit playmsp.com. Welcome back. At the Memorial Day Fast Pitch NIT, MSP partnered with the House of Hope to lift the stigma on teen struggles.
This tournament is especially amazing because they've got teams with girls from ages 10 to 18, and that's really the girls that we deal with. Right now you've got 1 in 12 teenagers attempting or thinking about suicide. I mean, that's a serious issue, and we want to make sure that we let parents know all that they can do to try to help prevent that. Our vision statement is teens healed, families restored, communities transformed, and so we really work to make a difference in the entire community, one girl at a time.
It's giving me joy back in my life again. But I mean, it's not only helping me and my family, you know, like me and my family are so close now.
This is way more than a tournament. For us to have the opportunity to partner with an organization that's been so meaningful to our family. We've had our daughter that was a resident there for 13 months and see the transformation of her life and see the transformation of so many teenage girls' lives has been such an impact on us. And to be able to use our platform and use this event to be able to bring them exposure and also raise some resources for them as they get ready to open up their second home with 16 more beds. It means a lot to us as a family.
I'm really just hoping this tournament opens eyes for people with that. Because I think suicide and teen awareness and all that stuff, it's a topic that no one wants to talk about, yet it needs to be talked about. I've had little girls come up and donate money, and I think that's awesome because, you know, maybe they may not know what they're doing, what they're giving to. They may just be handing you some money, but at the same time, that little bit of money, it's going so far in the grand scheme of life.
3 months into the USSSA Baseball and Fast Pitch 2016 season, and the plays just keep getting better. But which was the top in the month of May? We'll let you decide between these nominees. First up, 12A championship at Platte Ridge in the Hawaiian Hip Fest. The Hawks left fielder making a big catch early in this game just snags it before it hits the grass. Up next, 14 triple at the KC Sports Memorial Day Dual Super NIT. This is going to be tough to beat. Center fielder for the Missouri Bandits in the alley, that is theft. At Midwest Sports Productions Memorial Day NIT, you got a 2-for-1. Team Nebraska with the snag at shortstop and then with the go-ahead run on third late in the game. The center fielder comes running in and saves the game for the red and white. They would win the game 3-2 in 9 innings. 8-coach pitch up in Iowa earlier this month, the Mustangs making a diving catch on the infield, getting the young guns in on the play of the month action. At last but not least, Christian Little getting it done on the big stage for the St. Louis Prospects. One long ball early in the game to bring them within 1, and then late in the game with it all tied up. He does it again to help lift his team to victory in 13 major. The Play of the Month voting begins now and ends on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Vote in the Twitter polls at USSSA_Midwest and check back here next week for the countdown.
Also on next week's show, we'll have a recap from the 7 MSP events, including the Fast Pitch Hawaiian Hit Fest and the Oklahoma City Challenge. And from KC Sports, the JustBats.com June Jam. Thanks for joining us for USSSA Midwest Network News. See you next week.